Hey everyone, welcome to the stream, welcome back to No Man's Land. Hope everyone is well and hope you're all having a great week so far. So we are back to start the final harvest here on No Man's Land before we move on to the new map. So we've got 6 fields in total to harvest today, 2 barley, 2 oats and 2 canola. Stevie's already made a start on the first field of barley, so we're going to jump in our class. Remember what tractor we got then. We'll get the trailer over there so he can unload when he needs to this side of the field, and then we'll get the baler so we can start baling up the straw. So Stevie's helping us out again, so hey you Stevie.
Yeah, I'm not too bad now. Tired after a hard day's work, but all good, all good. Enjoying being on the stream.
Nice one. Good to have you here as well. Right, before we go over there, I'm just going to fuel up the tractor if we've got any diesel left in here. Before I forget. While we're doing that, we'll just quickly run through. So we've got Tanel saying hey, Kate saying hey, Martin McFly saying hey, hey to you. Hakan saying Turkey, hey to you. Adnan Farmer saying hi. Deer Gaming waving, hello to you. Edu Bahu saying hola, hola to you. David Mead, new YouTube play buttons. Where are the Brazilians? I don't know. I'm sure there'll be somebody in from Brazil at some point. Steaming Willie saying good day friend, raining lazy here. USA, excuse to rest. Yeah, it's been dry today here, but very overcast. Yesterday was rain, sunshine, hail, sunshine. It was just like on and off all day. But yes, dry today, just a bit overcast. Maximilian Hop saying hi, hey to you. Fox Gaming Fever, I was going to say Fox Fever Gaming, saying hi, good to see you in the chat again, hope you're doing well. Art Gamer saying hello, hey to you. Let's just go and get this over.
I'm full there.
You're full already?
Full already, yeah.
I'm coming. Is that one lap round and you're full? Oh, I guess it's barley, isn't it? It's quite a high yielding crop. Vinicius saying hello, hey to you. Tyler Allen saying let's go. Yep, let's go. Robin saying hello. Andre saying let's go as well. And Clayton Gamer 78 saying hi, hey to you. Good to see you in the chat as well. Marhoff saying hello from Western Ohio. Sim Farmer, hello to you. Hope you're having a great week. Akis saying hi. Vinicius saying hi Sim, hey to you again. We'll just drop this off somewhere it's going to be slightly out of the way of the straw. And we'll go and grab the baler and start baling up the straw. So what we're going to do is sell all the straw we get. We'll just sell. We're not going to transfer that over to the new map because we've got plenty of straw over by the greenhouse, and we've got another stack down by the seed hut, so we can sell all the straw we get. We've got silage bales we can sell as well now. They're ready, they finish fermenting. We've also got loads of pallets of eggs there. We've got pallets of planks, furniture to sell. So we've got quite a bit to do in this episode. I don't know if the next stream will be the last one on No Man's Land, depending how we get on with getting everything done. Well, as we're going to sell all these, I'm just going to change this to 180, even though it will mess the first bale up like it always does. So yeah, we've still got plenty to do on No Man's Land before we finally finish up. And as I mentioned in the last stream, we'll transfer over all the equipment, minus probably a few things we'll look at changing to upgrade while we've got a bit of money. The animals as well will transfer over. I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm going to do that, and what I'm thinking is we'll set up the new map, we'll place the animal buildings there, and then I'll just add the right amount of animals in from this one to transfer over, and then just change the money, like delete the money, and then I can use the console commands to add feed amounts in and stuff like that. So probably just do that during the first stream. We can get that set up hopefully. Alright, so who else we got in? We've got Jerry saying hi Sim, hey to you. Matt is also in the chat saying hey Sim, hey to you as well. Good to see you in the chat again. I hope you're doing well. David Mead saying hi Sim, hey to you. Clayton's Gamer saying hi Sim Farmer and Stevie, can't stay for long, I've got the night shift for the arm response units. Clayton, nice one. Well, no worries, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you stopping by for however long you can. It's always good to see you stop in and say hi. Le Grinch, thank you very much for the subscription. I hope you enjoy the content on the channel. Yeah, so I hope you have a good shift for this evening. Cuxton House and Estates in the chat again saying hi Sim, hey to you. Hope you're doing well as well. Uh, 4990 I should get to say your name, Golf. Hi Sim, another from Denmark. Is that Kiku BB Baby? Apologies if I got your name wrong, saying hi, nice to see you stream game. Well, thank you for stopping by again, I hope you enjoy it. I'll just reset the barrel count off, what to do. Well, it really makes much difference. Have you ever thought about adding voice instead of text on time lapse? I have, but I've mentioned in the previous streams, I always find that voiceovers on the time lapses for me always come across a little bit awkward. And it's always difficult as well because the time lapse is so fast. It's when you're talking about what you're doing, like the video's moved on quite a bit from what you're explaining. So I've never found, I've seen like a time lapse where it kind of works for me, so I've never considered doing it. And also the fact now that with my channel, and it kind of shows with some of the live streams as well, I've got so many subscribers that don't speak English, or wouldn't be able to understand it. I'd be alienating a lot of subscribers now, and so I've got such a large following from all around the world. I know I've got a big following that can't speak English, so for those, I think it'd put off a lot of those subscribers watching the videos. Try not to drop the barrels in the way. Farm saying hey, hey you. Harry Nash, where are you from? I am from Worcestershire in the United Kingdom. Cameron Henderson saying evening all, evening to you. And Harry Nash saying you are the best. Well, thank you for that, I appreciate that. Drasko saying greeting, I hope you have a good evening, amazing evening, saying hello from Serbia. Well, good evening to you. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I don't speak any German, Adrian. English only, unfortunately. Kyle Hall saying I'm just starting on No Man's Land. Nice, hope you have fun with it. So we'll be moving on in a couple of streams time to a new map, change of scenery. As much as I love No Man's Land, I think just change of scenery is needed now, because I've still got a lot of episodes to do on the time-lapse series. So for the live streams we're going to do something a bit different. The O'Donnell boy saying hello, hey to you. Oxy DNA saying hello Sim, hey to you. Clayton Gamer 78, welcome to the farmhand. Welcome to the channel membership. I appreciate you for the extra support on the channel, and all my current channel members and past and present as well. So anybody that's been a channel member, I really appreciate your extra support over the last few years. Really does help out. Yeah, thanks Clayton, I appreciate that. I say anyone, I do need to update the channel members list on the videos. I think it's a little bit out of date now. So if anybody's recently become a member and your name's not appeared on the list, if you're the farm manager, then I will try and get that updated for the next few videos. So your name should appear soon. What map is coming after this one? I'm thinking it's going to be Calm Lands, because I had a good look at a few maps and Calm Lands seems like the best option to try and like get our own fields, create our own farm. So I wanted to do something where we're not just doing pre-built farm, preset fields. I looked at a few maps and there was quite a few forestry maps, but they need far too many trees clearing, and even then there's not many suitable areas for fields and building up a farm on. They're more like just soil forestry maps without lots of landscaping. But Calm Lands is the one at the moment, more than likely, unless another map comes out within the next couple of weeks before we do finish up. If Grizzly Mountain became available for FS22, I don't think it will, officially anyway. I'm sure they may get a convert on one website come out, but it won't be an official one. Would I return to it? As I've just said with some of the other forestry maps, it was my first forestry map, and obviously I really enjoyed it. But I probably wouldn't go back to it. But you never know. But more than likely I'd say no. Camille saying hey Sim, hey to you. Ryan Jackson, hey Sim, I love what you did on here, and I know you don't want to have a desire to mod a map, but if you did, it would be the best one ever. I'd love to do it, so it's not that I don't have a desire to, it's just I just don't have the time to learn how to do it. It'd take a lot of time away from doing videos and content to learn how to get everything working in game, like all the XML files, make everything optimized and doing all that. I just don't have the time to dedicate to learning to do all that and keep content for the channel as well. But it is something I would love to do, but I just doubt I will ever get a chance to. Malamba Lunda saying hey Sim, hey to you. Dalmason saying, are you going to release more videos of Transport Fever? Yeah, on the other channel I hope to get back to it, but don't know when yet. At the moment I'm still struggling to get videos and content up for this channel without having another channel to worry about, so I do want to get back to it, but as to when that will be, I'm not 100% sure. I need to get back ahead on this channel. I was trying to do that this week and I've fallen behind again. So I've got no videos for this weekend, and I'm going to be having, because it's the bank holiday tomorrow and Friday for the Queen's Jubilee, I'm going to be spending a bit of time with the wife over the next 4 days. So I've got videos for tomorrow and Friday, but then I haven't got anything for Saturday, Sunday. So I was hoping to try and get ahead so I'd have content to go through till next week. But oh, there's no straw up this end. Wrong way. Yeah, so at the moment I'm struggling to get stuff done just for this channel, which I always said was the main priority. So once I'm back ahead with this one, I've got a bit more spare time, I can get back to the other channel. But I say I can't guarantee when that'll be, but hopefully it won't be too long. Mr. Fudge is saying hey Sim, hey to you. Crookston House and Estates, how much longer are you going to do? Are you doing your own No Man's Land map? I reckon where I currently am with what's left to do, I reckon I've got another 50 episodes possibly. So I reckon it's going to be up to about 125 by the time I get anywhere near finishing. So still a fair bit I want to do on there. Progress is going to start picking up a little bit more soon, hopefully. It still seems very slow for me. But at the moment on the No Man's Land I'm saving up for the potato harvester, which is like close to 600,000. Once I've purchased that, I need the money for the seed potato haul, so we can have a go with that, doing seed potatoes, premium potatoes and whatever else that does. And then the next thing I want to do is start building up the new farmyard for the arable farm, so I can start moving a lot of equipment from the start farm over to that. So I'll have a separate area for the combine, tractors for the seed drills and stuff like that, all will be on a separate farm. And then the current farm will be just for the cows and sheep, so I'll keep all the mowing equipment there and any other equipment for the dairy farm, beef cows and the sheep will stay there, but everything else will get moved to the new farmyard, which should be quite big. I have a new set of farm silos as well, a new workshop, some storage sheds. So that's the kind of plan at the moment for No Man's Land, and then I can start getting some new tractors. So the Deutz Far, the John Deere 6M will stay at the dairy farm to use there, and I want to try and get new tractors for the arable side, a little bit more powerful so I can get bigger. Disc arrows and ploughs and stuff like that. But yeah, I reckon about episode 125-ish.
Our trailer is full, so
The trailer's full.
yeah.
Yeah, right. I'll go and empty that. The old stream farm was one of those series I started and I wasn't really in the right frame of mind to be starting a new series. And I didn't, it's a nice map, but I wasn't in the right frame of mind, so I wasn't enjoying it too much. I was kind of burnt out to farm sim in general at that time, so I had a kind of a little break. When I came back to getting into doing videos properly, I didn't really have much motivation for going back to the old stream farm, unfortunately. So I kind of decided, as I was only a few episodes in, to just quit it rather than play something I wasn't actually enjoying that much. Wayland saying, hey Sim. Jessica saying, I must say you're amazing in playing this game, and I think you are the forest king when it comes to forestry in your videos. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's good to get some of the FDR logging stuff back. Although when I first used it, I copied all the controls, like the key bindings, over from FS19. So I set up FS19 playing on the other computer, and then just copied all the gamepad controls over onto 22. But I was still like a little bit rusty when I first started using it. Took me a little bit to get used to it again. But one thing I did do when I did that, I loaded up Crater Lake on FS19. That was the last one I'd used the FDR logging stuff on. And it kind of hit me just quite how bad FS19 looks now compared to 22. I was just like, oh my god, this looks awful. Aaron, hello Sim, any interested in big map like 4x, maybe 16x? I doubt I'll ever do a 16x map. It's just way too big for me to do on my own. 4x maps I've done in the past. I did Medicine Creek for a bit. Midwest Horizon was a 4x map as well. Even then, the 4x maps I like, but when the fields get far too big, it just takes too much time to get anything done. So I don't know if I'll do a 4x map on my own. Maybe on the multiplayer in the future we'll have a go at doing a 4x map. Get a few more people on for like live stream. But it depends on the map. If it's got too many large fields, then I probably won't do one. I remember on Medicine Creek, some of the fields used to take like 2.5–3 hours just to harvest one field. And when you've got like 6 or 7 fields to harvest, it just takes too long. You either end up doing like 4 or 5 episodes back to back where you're just literally harvesting, or you have to cut out so much stuff, then it takes hours and hours and hours just to record one episode. But if it's got a good mix of small, medium-sized fields and a few large fields, then I may have a look at doing a 4x map. Depends what becomes available. So I won't say definitely no, but can't guarantee that I will. But 16 definitely no. Probably take me an hour just to drive across the map to a sell point. Claudine saying greetings from Ireland, greetings to you. Clayton saying bye, since I'll see you on the next stream. Yeah, I hope you have a good shift. You've been gone a while, but never mind. Matt, any plans for pigs? Yes, on No Man's Land on the Time Lapse series, I plan to do every single animal type from the base game and every single crop type, production type. So pigs will be done, and I think I'll probably be looking at doing pigs pretty soon as well as the next like animals, but it will be at a separate farmyard somewhere. I'll just drop the trailer over here. So this is the next field of barley, and we're going to grab the baler and finish off that field. So yeah, pigs, horses as well. I think I'm not particularly fussed about doing horses, because I think they're a complete waste of time, to be honest. But I did say that for this no man's land I wanted to do every animal type, every crop type and every production line from the base game. So that does mean I do need to do horses. Now I've just got loads of oats to harvest. I think now is a good time to probably get a horse pen. It won't be very big, probably only like 4 horses, and I will be using the animal horse help or whatever it's called for 22. But there's something that's not going to cost too much now, with some decent animal pasture mods available that are a lot cheaper than the base game pastures. So yeah, horses and pigs I'll probably be getting very soon. Mr. Fudge is saying, hey Sim, how's it been going? It's been going very well, thank you. Hope you're going well too. So another busy week. So I'm looking forward to the next 4 days just to have a bit of a chill out, spend a bit of time with the wife, and try and get a little bit more done in the garden as well if the weather's permitting. Gabrielle saying salute, hey to you. Boss 2 saying Privet. Father Reed, can you give your save game from this map from today to download? From this map as in the live stream or the time-lapse series? As Uxie says, yeah, FS22 graphics is really a lot, not just a little bit better. Yeah, I think it's just weird how your eyes adjust. Because when you first start playing 22 and you've been playing 19 a lot, at first you probably don't notice quite how much of a difference it is. It's not until you go back to the older game that you kind of see how much of a difference there actually is. And as I was tabbing through some of the equipment, like some of the mods on there looks really rubbish, like texture wise and stuff, compared to the stuff we've got on 22. But it's even like the ground textures and the lighting on there as well just didn't look anywhere near as good. I know that Camper does make a multiplayer map just to play with his followers. Everyone wants to do the same. I have wanted to do the same, and I do have a community server. I wouldn't do any videos on a public multiplayer session because they end up just getting a bit too messy. I've watched some in the past as well where the time lapse and multiplayer, and you've got tractors that have obviously got poor connections and they're just stuttering all over the place. And you've got like every single player trying to do one single job because they all want to be around the person recording, and it just looks a mess to me. I would like to do a multiplayer time-lapse series, like not from the stream though, like a proper series where I've got a few people on to help out, which finding the time where and the people to do it, where you can all get together at the same time to put a few hours into record an episode. Well, we're going to head down to the other field and then we'll carry that, and then what we'll do once we've finished that, we can swap over and we'll do a bit of harvesting, and Steve can do a bit of baling or selling pallets or whatnot. So we've got 2 fields of canola which you don't need to bale up anything, and then 2 fields of oats which will bale up the straw as well. Johnny, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Hi, keep up the good work. You are very awesome and very generous. So thank you very much for that. Making models. How are you? Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Not seen you in for a while. I just started playing this yourself. Nice one. Are you enjoying it? I hope you're doing as well. I've not been around the model making scene for a while. I've been so busy with other stuff. I just haven't had a chance to even consider sitting down at the modelling bench to do anything. But it's another one of the things I'm hoping to get back to it sometime when I've got a bit more spare time. I've got a pile of model kits I need to finish. Ancient Salt, would you consider a run on Calm Lands? Yeah, we're probably more than likely going to move on to Calm Lands for the live streams. So once we've finished up here on No Man's Land in, say, possibly next stream, maybe the last one, but don't know yet until we get there. Depends how quick we can get the sugar beets and corn, sunflowers harvested. Although with two of us it shouldn't take that long, so possibly the next stream on here may be the last one, but we still have a lot of stuff to sell off as well, so I will see. But yeah, at the moment Calm Lands is more than likely the map we'll be moving to for the strict live streams, and I am gonna try and record it and see if I can cobble together some sort of video. I might have to cut out certain bits. But I will try and see if I can cobble like a time-lapse version of the streams as well, so you can see it from my point of view as well as Stevie's. So if you've not yet subscribed to Stevie, then go and check out his channel, Stevie 4K Gaming, link in the video description. He'll have the time-lapse for this live stream. So if you miss anything, you can go and watch it in what 15-20 minute time lapse rather than a 3-hour playback. Yeah, I need to post a new link to the Discord server in the community post for channel members. I'll put that on my list of things to try and get done this weekend. I've kind of neglected Discord quite a bit actually, unfortunately. I keep saying I need to get back to it, and I never get around to doing it. One of the reasons why I put off doing Discord for so long, I just knew I'd struggle to find the time to keep up with it. Boss 2 saying gotta go, bye. No worries, hope you enjoyed the stream and I could see you again. Hope you have a great week. Have you tried the auto baler stop mod? I haven't. I've been looking for one. I had the one on FS19, which was the baler extension mod, which automatically stopped it and unloaded, which was very handy for me because I don't play with the sound on, so I can never hear the beeping and I'm often distracted by something else. So where is that mod available? Because I think last time I got it off LS Farming or something like that. So I have been looking for one of those. So if there is one around, that would be awesome. If you can let me know where it's from. Because that would say for the recording, because I don't have the game sound on when I record, it would be super handy to have the auto bale stop rather than the just the auto unload. Make a model saying it's addictive. Yeah, I'll go and grab it. Yeah, it can be addictive once you get into it. So especially when you start out, you've got small equipment. Just saw that for some reason I'm not getting notifications for the super chat. Bryce German, thank you very much for the $19.99 super chat. I really appreciate that, and you are very generous and awesome and amazing. Thank you very much for that. I'm not sure why it didn't come up a bit earlier. Ooh, I'm driving the crop. I'm going to destroy my barley. Yeah. There we go. Peter V's in the chat saying hey Sim, hey to you. Ancient Salt it's become one of my favourite maps. The rolling hills make for some nice views once you've got some fields established. Yeah, I do like the look of that. The fact that it's got some really nice elevation changes and they say some nice rolling hills on it. So out of all the maps, Calmlands is the the best option I've seen so far for moving on to. May as well, only 55% full, but we'll go and empty it because Debt will fill it again as well. How much barley we actually got so far? Where are we? Barley. 62,000 litres plus 21,000 in here. So 83,000 litres so far. It's not too bad. Yeah, I'll try and enjoy the break. So I definitely need one again. Yeah, time is a rare commodity. Especially for me at the moment. I've probably spent quite a couple of hours yesterday. Well, yesterday I had to go drive into Worcester, which was like an hour with traffic. Hour there, hour back, so 2 hours driving, and I always find the day after driving any sort of distance, I always feel extremely tired the next day because driving some reason really takes it out of me mentally. Yeah, for when we transfer over, we'll be transferring over all the money from this one. All the equipment minus a few things that we'll upgrade when we get to the new map and we need them. But all the money, equipment, animals, some of the bales and some of the feeding that will transfer over to the new map. So we're not going to start completely from scratch again, because we're only doing one stream a week on the maps. Sometimes we'll probably do two. We're not getting a huge amount of progress each week. So I think starting again completely from scratch will be a little bit of a slow burner again, and we haven't made a huge amount of progress on here. Jumping out the tractor, I need the tractor for the baler. So yeah, we're going to transfer everything over. It will seem like we'll have a lot of money by the time we've sold everything off, but I think the areas of land on Calmlands are a little bit more expensive than they are on here, so that's going to take up quite a bit of money just buying land. Then we're going to need to buy new buildings and animal pastures, which we're not going to get full price for the ones we sell on here, so they're going to cost a little bit more money. So although it'll seem like we've got a lot of money, it's not going to last very long. We'll soon spend it all. Ancient Source, and I'm from the US, but I've been bordering my fields with hedgerows to make a UK style map. It's definitely been fun. Nice one. Yeah, so it's always good to do something a little bit different from what you're used to. So I always like to try, whenever I played FS, I always like to try different things. So different maps, different countries, and always, as best as I can, although my knowledge on practices of farming in different countries is very limited, I always try to use equipment that kind of suits the area more, just to change things up a little bit. I always find it's a little bit more enjoyable than just always using the same equipment every map, regardless of where it is, which I know some people do, and if that's the way they enjoy playing it, then I've got no qualms with that. Adam Egnor saying, hey, how is everyone doing? I'm very well, hope you are too, and welcome to the stream. Storm saying, hey, sorry I wasn't able to get a bit of help in the stream. No worries, I didn't get round to getting on Discord to sort anything out, so I will try and get back on there and sort something out so I can get some more people on. Craden Gaming's in the chat again saying, hey Sim Farmer and Stevie, how are you guys? I'm good, nice one. Good to see you in the chat again. I'm doing very well, thank you. Group Master 14 saying, hey Sim, I love all your videos. When will you do the next episodes on Calms and Farm? I'm unsure at the moment as to when I'll get back to it, but I do plan to get back to it at some point, but I don't know when yet. So I've not abandoned the series or the other channel, but I'm not sure when I'll get round to getting some more videos on it. Daniel saying hi, hey to you. Storm saying hello there, missed that one, hey to you as well. So if I have missed any of your comments, I am not ignoring you, haven't seen it. So apologies if you've said hello and I've not quite seen it. Trying to keep up with the chat and doing all the baling. It's a little bit tricky at times. I've just seen one I read. Jamie Earn saying, hey Sim, great vid as always. Will you be doing whole macro this time round? I don't know yet. Possibly in the future, but no plans currently to start another new map. So I don't want to be doing 3 different time-lapse series, well, more than 2 at any one time, and the live stream as well. It gets a little bit too much, so as I said with other maps, I can't say for definite if I will. Depends what else is available in the future when I come to start a new map, but I will consider it. So yeah, who knows, we'll see. It's going to be a while yet before I've finished on No Man's Land. I imagine the Western Worlds won't be as a longer series, because obviously progress is going to be a lot quicker. Well, say a lot quicker. Probably still won't be that much quicker. But it should be a little bit faster, although I was just wondering how much money I would have been making before the 1.3 update where they reduced the price of trees. So I think on the last load of logs I sold, on the latest episode I recorded, I got around about 77,000 I think for one trailer load. I imagine that would have been around about probably 110,000 before the 1.3 update. So I'm probably losing around about 40,000. So yeah, before the 1.3 update I probably would have had a lot more money in what 7-8 episodes than I currently have. So I imagine that series is going to be a bit shorter than No Man's Land. So they may end up finishing that one not long after I finish No Man's Land. So I may get to start 2 new maps at a similar time. But we'll see. Keegan saying my commute is an hour each way, but I enjoy driving. Yeah, I enjoy driving, but my problem is because of my head injury and the problems I have from that. It takes a lot more brain power to concentrate. So driving, obviously, you have to concentrate quite a lot on what you're doing, what's going on around you. I find it really mentally just drains me. So the next day, after I've driven any kind of decent length for time, it really does knock me for 6 the next day. Which was one of the reasons why when I was trying to go back to work, I could only do one day at work, one day off work, one day at work. I had to have a day off because my commute was around about 45 minutes, so an hour and a half a day driving, plus then being at work for 7 hours or so. The next day I was just literally probably asleep for most of the day because I was just mentally drained. And after doing 6 months of doing 3 days a week, 3 days resting, I just had to in the end give up. Webby911 saying great idea to move into new map. Yeah, I think it's needed just to get a bit more interested back into the live streams as well, something different. I think everyone's probably had enough of No Man's Land. So I love the map, but yeah, I'm in need for something different. The Calmlands isn't massively different, it just feels so much different. Where are we? Press bells from the... Say that again. I was just looking at the bale count. It said 27 bales, that can't be right. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the... because we're selling them off. 11,000 litre for the... Yeah. Yeah, straw's 11 for the 180. Hay is 9,000. Not sure what silage is for the 180, or well, grass. I think it's 7,500 for the 180s. 5.5 for the 150s for grass. I think, no, is that hay? No, I can't remember. Too many different bale sizes. Can't remember them all. Apologies, it's been a while. Read your comment ages ago, Maria, saying, "Hi guys, just came. What's happened so far?" So far, we've just harvested 2 fields of barley and baled up the straw so far, so you've not missed too much. I meant to read your comment ages ago, and then I got distracted by other ones. So yeah, you've not missed too much. I think there's a little bit down there left. Not going to bother picking up those small bits. Waste of diesel. Mr. Fudgy Sim, how do you get the music for your time lapse? All my music is from Epidemic Sounds. There is a link down in the video description. So everything I use on all the time lapses, the music I'm using now in the stream is from epidemicsounds.com. It's a paid subscription though, so obviously if you're just starting out on YouTube and you're not earning any ad revenue, then paying for music can be a bit of a bummer. There are a few sites that you obviously can get free music from, but I've not heard great things about most of them. Often you get like copyright claims, and you spend so much time messing around getting them removed. It's just half the time it's not worth it for most of them. Well, yeah, check out Epidemic Sounds. I think that I can't remember how much the subscription is now. Epidemic Sounds is really good because you're completely covered as long as you've got an active subscription. So if you cancel your subscription, every video that you published while you had an active subscription stays covered for the lifetime of that video. So you don't have to worry about taking videos down in the future if you cancel your subscription. It's all linked with YouTube as well, so it automatically gets scanned by YouTube to track the music, so you don't have to worry about giving credit. Although I always put links to all the songs I use in the videos, you don't need to give any credit at all with Epidemic Sounds, which is quite good as well, especially for those lazy ones. Right, we'll take this back. I'll drop this back at the yard because we've finished with this for a bit. So we've got Canola, which is the closest field, so may as well do Canola next. I'll go and grab the trailer, get that emptied, and we can start on the Canola. Storm saying good night, tired after 14-hour work day. Keep up the great work, much love from Austria. No worries, you're probably already gone, but thanks for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of your week. Jesus Gaming saying hey Sim, big fan, keep up your great work, much love from Austria. Did I read that on the wrong one? Yeah, apologies. I've read the end of your comment on the other comment. Welcome to the stream and thank you for that. Webby, are you planning on more Transport Fever 2? Yeah, same with Calmsden. I plan to get back to Transport Fever 2 as well. I don't know if my game save will transfer over to the new update though, or whether I need to start a new game save. I haven't actually looked since the update was released back, was it the 10th of May, the update for Transport Fever 2 came out. So I need to see whether the game save will transfer over okay to the new update. But yeah, I do want to get back to that as well because I really love that game and I've not progressed far in that game myself. So it'd be good to get back to that at some point. Lance Boy's in saying hello, hey to you. Welcome to the stream, hope you're doing well. Adam, I've been enjoying your Western World playthrough. I've been following along, but I had to fix my game because every time I kept using the TLX Phoenix, my game kept crashing. Oh, that's a shame. I've had no issues with the Phoenix other than the collisions on the logging attachments. When you extend them, the collisions stick out way too far and too high. So it made it virtually impossible to load with a front loader. When you extended the bunkers. Even with a Tiger Cat loading, it's difficult because you have to lift up the log pile so high to get it over the collision for the when you've got the bunkers extended. But other than that, with the TLX Phoenix, I've not had any other problems with it. So possibly a mod conflict with another mod, maybe. Hans saying, "Hey Sim, ever heard of the Terraform mod? I saw it when it first came out. Matt, thank you very much for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate that. You are very generous and amazing. Oh, we got a notification for that one, didn't for the other one for some reason, unless I missed it. Well, yeah, thank you very much for that. You are very generous. I really appreciate it. It does help out quite a lot. Yeah, the Terraform mod, I saw it when it first came out. Obviously it was still in development then. But it's not one I've actually got round to trying yet. So it is definitely a mod I want to have a go with. But it's definitely one of those mods as well. I need to download, get it on a test map first and have a good play around with it before I even attempt to use it in any videos. But it's definitely one I will have a look at some point. And see what we can do for future stuff. Maria Attingham Park is a good map. Not sure how it would work as a live stream series though. Yeah, it's one of those maps that came out towards the end of 19 that I never got round to having a look at. Was it from GB Modding? And I know he's in the 22 version. I don't know if I'll do anything on it just yet, or if I will in the future. But it's a map I'll have a look at because I really enjoyed Six Ashes. So maybe in the future, we'll never know. Fent saying, "Hey from Saxony, hey to you." Nubson1 saying, "Gotta buy FS22. Hope you enjoy it if you do." Rasmus Jensen, I'm not sure what you're saying. Matt Edge saying, "Hey Sim, hey to you." Adnan Farmer saying, "Hey Sim Farmer, hey to you. Good to see you in the chat again as well." Angela Grace is saying, "Hey, do you play any horror games?" Horror games, not on content wise for the videos or live streams. I've never played any stuff like that. Horror games, I can't remember the last horror game I actually played. I think it was probably The Evil Within was the last one I ever played, which was a long time ago. So I don't play them very often. I used to love playing that sort of stuff in the past. Not something I've played much of for a long time. Matteo saying, "Hey Sim Farmer, hey to you." Adam saying, "Apparently the TLX Phoenix doesn't like the rear mods, and I noticed a collision on the log trailer. It made me sad." Yeah, I don't use any of the rear mods because I always find they have too many issues with other mods. So I was using some of that stuff in 19, but I had to remove it all because I was just getting so many issues with some of them, which is a shame because they do look like very good mods. I say when they start conflicting with mods I like using more, they kind of like have to get disabled. FS22 Toilet saying good evening, Sim Farmer and everyone. Good evening to you. Aldrin saying, where do you find the Terra farm? Yeah, I think Han said it's on GitHub repository and it's not a link. I could possibly remember. Yeah, I think best if you search FS22 Terra farm GitHub on Google, you should find it. I say it's not a mod I've actually tried myself yet, but it is definitely on my list of mods I want to give a go. Yawn saying, hey, first time here on the live. Well, thank you for stopping by to watch. I hope you enjoy it. And for everyone else, if you are enjoying it, then please don't forget to smash that like button. I really do appreciate it. It does help out as well. Tizian saying, good evening, sir. Good evening to you. Hoonigan Farmer just got here. Is this your single player or multiplayer? This is a multiplayer save game. Specifically for the live streams, so it's completely separate to the time-lapse series No Man's Land. We started off exactly the same as the time-lapse series, so I started off with the same setup, but it was actually the same save game I actually started with. So we had the biomass plant down by the store, Mahindra retriever and the chainsaw, and area 26 of land. So it started off exactly the same, but after that it's been completely different. Well, I'll say completely different. It's been different. Is this the last video from No Man's Land? It's not the last stream from No Man's Land. There's one more after this at least. But we're going to be moving on to a new map for the live streams from possibly the stream after this one, maybe the one after that. So this is the start of our final harvest on No Man's Land for the live streams. But the time-lapse series will continue. Channel, I'll try and get the save games, as I mentioned last time, I'll try and get them uploaded soon. Which is finding that bit of spare time. I may get an hour or so over the next few days to sort them out. So keep an eye out. I'll put a post up on the community tab when they're the updates are ready. But for the No Man's Land time lapse, I've had to change a few things on the farm because some of the mods I'm using aren't available anymore, and I don't have links for them. So I've had to change a couple of things around and disable a couple of mods that are no longer available. But that should be ready now, so I can copy that and get it uploaded to Google Drive. Johan, what do you like the most for jobs into doing farming? Harvesting is one of my favourite jobs in Farming Simulator. I really enjoy harvesting with a combine anyway. Not so much potatoes and sugar beet. Although I don't mind doing them, I don't enjoy them as much as harvesting crops like this with a combine. cutting grass as well. I always enjoy cutting grass. I always find that quite fun. But there's not many things I don't really dislike doing in farm sim. I enjoy doing everything to a degree. It's like I do like doing potatoes, sugar beet. I just hate it, the fact that often you start it and then you kind of realise it's going to take a lot longer than you anticipated. Tomcat saying I forgot to say hello. No worries. Hello to you, and I hope you're doing well. Is Stevie a friend from you I saw in one of his videos? Yeah, I was in one of his videos on Calmsden Farm. I helped him out. But if you watch Stevie's channel, he does the time lapse of the live streams. So if you watch any of the time-lapse videos on Steve's channel, you'll see me in those as well, which is basically from this. Gabrielle saying Brazil, hey to you, and welcome to the stream. Alright, so we've got the field of canola over by the sawmill to do, and then these two fields of oats. So where I forgot to put the I keep forgetting I have to change this every time because I disable it for the time-lapse videos. So I can keep an eye on the time. So just coming up to 9:10. So we've got just under 2 hours left, so we should get everything done. So we're up to 422,000. I've been keeping an eye on you selling stuff, Stevie. Nice one. Yeah, the grocery store, I think it comes under. Well, that was when I last looked anyway. Let's have a look now. What is it? Furniture. Yeah, still the new grocery store sell point. Well, about 100 per 1,000 litres. Nick is saying, yo Sim, what's going on? I'm doing a bit of canola harvesting. Welcome to the stream, and I hope you're doing well. Yeah, the final harvest starting the final harvest on No Man's Land anyway. We'll be finishing off next time. So after this, we'll have the field of corn. We've got a field of sunflowers and then the sugar beets as well left to do. So that'll be for the next stream. And then we've still got to sell off everything that we're not transferring over to the new map. So crops, we'll probably sell off all the crops unless we need them for feed. We'll keep some, probably keep some barley for chicken feed. We don't need any other crops for feed, do we? Just barley. So yeah, we'll keep a bit of barley. We'll transfer over some barley, but the rest of the stuff we can sell off before we finish up here. So we're 51% full. Oh, carry on for a bit. But we won't sell any of the crops off until after we finish, because I think we've got where are we? corn will probably be ready for October, I think. Sugar beets October, where's the sunflowers? Yeah, so we're going to have to skip through to October, November for the rest of the fields to be ready. So we'll keep all the rest of the crops till then, because that's usually when the best price for canola and stuff is. Yeah, November, so that should get us in the good position for selling off all the crops at a decent price if we wait till we finish the harvest. How high do you know any cool maps? Maps are, for me, maps are always like a personal thing as to whether you think it's cool or not. There's not many maps that have been released on 22 that have had a proper good look around, so and I say it all depends on your play style and what you enjoy. The Western Wilds, I know a lot of people don't like the Western Wilds because they think it's far too flat, which is a bit representative of that particular area, I think, where Alien Gym's based it at. So Western Wilds is a good one to have a look at, but I'd say it may not be your cup of tea. As I say, as to other maps, it's difficult to recommend many because I haven't had a proper look around too many maps for 22 yet. You like role plays. I think that then depends on what kind of role play you're into. So for me, British maps, Calmsden Farm's a nice British map, but it's not for everybody. It's got quite a lot of big fields, which I think for the average gamer, when you've only got a couple of hours even there to play, maps with two bigger fields, you end up spending the only time you get to play doing one field. Big T Farmer saying, hey Sim, nice to see your live stream again. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you in the chat again. Adam saying, really, I honestly like the Western Wilds. Oh, and we are full. That's me not concentrating. Yeah, I like the Western Wilds. I know it is a little bit flat in predominantly, but it's something a bit different. It's got big open areas as well, so you can get the really big equipment on there. You know, it's a big open map. So I'm looking forward to getting some of like the really big tractors, the big seed drills with the air carts on there. Hands saying my favourite map for FS22 is Middlesbrough. Perfect for roleplay as well. Not familiar with that one. But I say there's so many maps that have been released, it's impossible to have a look at all of them. So I say it's difficult to give a recommendation because I've not seen enough to really say. Why have I got super strength on full? Addison, I like flat maps, but I also like other maps as well. I don't mind the flat map. I say some areas are very, very flat in real life, so if you make a map on what it's like in the real area, then that's what it's like. But say I know a lot of people just find it a little bit too boring because it's too flat, but gives you lots of options to do stuff on there. Rora's saying hello, Sim Farmer. Hey to you. Apologies if I got your name wrong. Well, welcome to the stream. Right, so we've got this last little strip to do. I'll try and keep an eye on the actual combine. I mean, last time I looked, it was only about 50% full, and then distracted by the chat, and then you're destroying crop because it's completely full. Mig Jack 32 saying, "Hey Sim, how do you get rid of large weeds?" Large weeds. The only way you can get rid of large weeds is with spraying herbicide. Small weeds you can do with a mechanical weeder. Medium-sized weeds you can remove with the hoe weeder, which there is only one currently in game. And I don't know if there are any mods for a hoe weeder, which you can get rid of medium weeds. And large weeds is only herbicide you can use, so you need to use a sprayer and herbicide. Stevie taking some wool. Yeah, I think if you're playing on the base game, I don't know if they've changed it with any updates, but you do lose, I think it's 10% on your yield if you spray herbicide. Or wait, I think it's 20% if you leave the weeds in. You get a 20% reduction on yield with weeds in. But if you spray herbicide, you only decrease that by 10%. So I've done herbicide, but they do stay there after. If the field's ready to harvest, then I think it's too late to remove them. I had that problem with FS19. It's one of the reasons why I very rarely played with weeds on in 19, was that I'd often get weeds pop up and then I couldn't get rid of them. Or I'd skip through the night, the weeds would pop up and then the field would go ready to harvest literally like about an hour later. And I'd be stuck with weeds in the field, so in the end I turned them off in 19. I think they are a little bit better in 22. Because obviously you got the season cycles, but I still think that could be a bit better. Oh, where are we going? Wrong way. Let's go over by the sawmill. Going the wrong way then. Herman Few saying hello, hey to you. You might have to replay the field. Possibly. I would say it depends what state the field is in. If it's ready to harvest, then I don't think you can remove them after that. I think it's a bit too late. All my music is from epidemicsounds.com. There is a link down in the video description. Or there should be anyway. Keep saying that. I'm sure there is. I'll just double check that. As me keep saying, there's a link in the video description. Yeah, there is a link in there. I was just checking it. Actually, double check it still worked. I'll post it in the chat. It is a referral link, so obviously if you do take out a subscription, I do earn a small commission, no extra cost to you, which helps support the channel. While I'm there as well, I'll try see if Cloudbot's working. Maybe not. Oh. Right. There's a link to Stevie's channel as well while I'm messing around. Mick Jack. Seeing what console you play on? Play on PC using an Xbox controller. But I did used to play on Xbox Farm Sim until I switched to PC. I did briefly play FS22 on console via the gaming pass for the cloud streaming. I was just interested in what it was like to stream a game on the Xbox, something I'd never done before. And even with my internet connection, it looked absolutely awful on console. Streaming anyway, I presume if I downloaded it, it'd look a bit better. But it didn't look particularly good streaming it off the cloud gaming via the Game Pass. I think it's like a frame rate of about 20, and the graphics look really, really pixelated and horrible. So we've got 111,000 litres of barley left in total. I think we had some in there we kept for the chicken feed, so we'll keep, I don't know how much we'll keep. Well, we'll keep some of it anyway for the chickens to transfer over. We'll try and work out how much we'll need to keep till the next harvest. In saying that though, we won't. Yeah, it depends what month we start the new map on. If we carry on straight on from when we finish here, because obviously that means we wouldn't be able to put barley in for the first year at least. Unless we started in August, September. Darius Gray, hi, I'm new here. It's the final harvest, well, start of the final harvest on this map. So once we've finished all the harvesting and sold everything off, we're going to be moving to a new map for the live streams. So this is the start of the final harvest we'll be doing on this particular map for the live streams. Dan, my favourite tractor is the Fendt 1050 at the moment anyway. It may change in the future. Some new stuff comes out. Mick Jack, I turn limestones and weeds off. Does that affect the yield? It shouldn't do if you've got them turned off. You shouldn't get any penalisation for having those turned off. At least I don't think you should anyway. Yeah, videos will continue on No Man's Land for the time-lapse series. It's just the live streams that will be changing maps. So change of scenery. We'll be moving to Calm Lands, I think, at the moment. Is more than likely the destination. Unless something else gets released in the next couple of weeks that's suitable or I like the look of. No, not going to go to Western Wilds for the live stream. If I wasn't doing it for a time-lapse series, then I probably would move to the Western Wilds for the live streams, but as I'm doing it for the a time-lapse series on there, I want to keep it different this time. It gives us a chance to have a look at a different map as well. I think at the moment both me and Stevie are doing No Man's Land and the Western Wilds time-lapse. So, yeah. Neither of us have done Calm Lands, so it'll be something different for both of us. Oh, before I get carried away, we'll let unload while we're right next to the trailer. Why don't I use my steering wheel? Simply because every time I try to use my steering wheel it stopped working properly, so it kind of got annoying. And for 22 I tried it once for 22 and I had the same problem, whereas when I load into the game the centering spring or force feedback stops working, so the wheel just goes really slack, which gets a bit annoying. I don't know why it does it. It'll work on the game menu when you first load the game and it's fine. Then when you load into the save game it stops working, but sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't work. It'll work for a bit, then you'll save the game, quit, come back to it and it stopped working again. It just gets frustrating. So in the end I've just given up trying it. And I much prefer the controller. I find it far easier for me because I'm so much used to using the Xbox controller. Especially for the time-lapse videos as well, because I find I can control the camera a lot better with the controller rather than using the steering wheel and joystick. So I tended to use the steering wheel for the Let's Plays where it's not fast sped up. But for the time-lapse, even if I had my wheel set up, for recording the time-lapse, I think I'd still prefer to use the Xbox controller overall. But maybe for the streams in the future, if I do get the wheel working properly, I'll use it for live streams and Let's Plays and stuff. But it seems a shame to have it but not use it. What I would really like to do though is get it set up so it's permanently set up, so I've got a separate area for when I'm recording, and then when I'm editing videos I don't have to move the wheel out the way, which gets a bit of a pain as well. I can just leave the wheel set up where it is on a different monitor and then render the videos like off a separate area, because it is a bit of a pain if I have to keep moving the steering wheel side panel out the way to get to the keyboard mouse properly when I come to edit videos. I'm too lazy to keep bothering around moving stuff. Zoe Noodle, steering wheels in Farm Sim don't support force feedback. In 22 they do, for the Logitech anyway. or it's supposed to support force feedback in 22. In none of the other versions it did. So you use the centering spring, but the centering spring in 19 didn't always work. And I'm having the same problem with 22. So if I turn force feedback off and use the centering spring, sometimes that will be active, then other times it won't be. And the same with force feedback, it will sometimes work, sometimes won't. Clayton's back. Welcome back. As a quick shift. Good map for FS19. As I mentioned earlier with maps, it depends on your playstyle, but maps I enjoyed for 19. Ravensburg was a nice map. I enjoyed that. If you're into forestry, Wilhelmina Forest, although there's quite a bit of forestry to do to get started on that one. Crater Lake, forestry maps as well. No Man's Land, if you like that. This is what we're on now, the 19 version. If you want to kind of go on there, build up your own farm, create your own fields. Trying to think what else played on 19. Mine's gone completely blank now. What else I did on 19 for... if you like big American maps, Midwest Horizon was a nice map. I enjoyed that as a 4X map. Stone Valley was a nice map as well. Shame I didn't get to finish that series. I was really enjoying that. Some nice British maps I never got round to playing, like Greenwich Valley, or say Greenwich, as I think it was supposed to be called. Six Ashes as well, if you're into say British maps. Really loved Six Ashes. Again, unfortunately I didn't get a chance to finish that series properly. Yeah, Grizzly Mountain, I don't know if Grizzly Mountain's actually got an official download for it now for 19. Because I think all the 19 mods have been removed from the FDR login website now, and that was removed from ModHub as well. There's probably a download knocking around somewhere for it, but I don't think it's an official one. Small difficult maps. I don't tend to play on very small maps myself. I find they get boring too quick. So I don't know too many small maps. I can think any. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Yesenia saying hi, hey to you. Oh, and I've got to unload when I went past the trailer again. Too busy reading the chat again. I loved your Forester series on FS19, thank you, glad you did. Clayton, I'm still working, but on my break and having a McDonald's, then back to work. Nice one. Are you having a Grand Big Mac? A double quarter pounder with cheese at the moment. I really love those. I really wish McDonald's would bring back the spicy signature burger, because that was like my favourite McDonald's burger ever. I was so gutted when they took that off the menu. So coming up to 25 to 10, so we've got just under an hour and a half left. So we should be good to get the other two fields doing. Once we've finished doing this one, we'll swap back over. We're going to see what else we can do. 20 chicken nuggets, chips and chocolate milkshake. No burger then. That's a lot of chicken nuggets. I can't remember the last time I had a McDonald's milkshake. Every time we go, the milkshake machine is always conveniently broken. Or being cleaned is the other one. Josh W saying hello Sim and everyone, hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to the stream, I hope you're doing well as well, hope you're having a great week. Victor chicken salsa. Oh, just realised how much money we're up to now. So 576,000. What you've been selling now? Silage bales, nice one. Is that all of them or is there more left? I've just suddenly realised, I don't know why I've only just noticed. My stream deck's broke again. Oh, the stream deck is starting to really annoy me now. What is that not one? Well, I've only just realised for some reason the game sound was muted. I don't know how long it's been muted for, probably since the start of the stream. So apologies for that. Mick Jackson, are you going to do a stream with your subs one day? I want to try and get some more people on the stream. But I won't, it'll obviously be with subscribers and channel members and stuff, but I won't do a stream that's completely like open to anybody to jump on, not for a live stream anyway. It's just too much of a risk for people to come on and do stupid things and that'll annoy me. The machine saying new episode. It's a live stream on the No Man's Land live stream map. Fast food is bad for you. It's alright in moderation. It's nice every now and then. Sharing. Of course you are. Yeah, so hopefully I'll get some more people on the stream soon. I keep saying I'll get sorted out. I was hoping to try and get somebody on tonight so we could do some harvesting, baling and then carting and stuff. Because now we're getting more jobs to do. It's pointless having lots of people on earlier in the streams because there just wasn't enough for everyone to do. We'd always have one person stuck for something to do. But now we're starting to get more fields, more stuff to do, then it makes more sense to try and get somebody else to come on and help out. Yeah, and you have a good day, and thank you for stopping by to watch. Where the trailer was, there at 83%, so we can get close to the trailer and then unload rather than drive up there. Zoe Noodle, when you did FS19 Grizzly Mountain time-lapse, did you have to do anything for you to be able to place grass? Yeah, I had to add the grass texture into the map file. But there was a version that was released where it was added to the map. There was the trouble with Grizzly Mountain. The version I was using was different to the one that was available on the mod hub, because I downloaded it from the FDR login website directly, the one I was using, and then it got changed to a completely different version of the map. But yeah, to start with, I had to change the XML file for the map itself to add the grass as paintable texture, which I can't remember how you do that now. But there should be a version knocking around somewhere with that on, but I can't say where. Yeah, it's difficult to explain because I can't remember exactly what you need to do for the XML file, where it would be, how to explain it yet. But I remember I had to change that one initially. Just as you were saying, yeah, Western Wales has been a great series, can't wait, just re-watching the entire No Man's Land series last night, a nice one. It's a lot to get through. I think on my current No Man's Land series I'm up to around 320 hours on the game saved so far. I do earn money from the vids through ad revenue, so it's my main source of income is YouTube. I don't know why I'm unloading, I've only got 12% full. Just shy of 600,000 now. Steve's just sold some more bales. Alva Richard saying hi, hey to you. Yeah, I'm pretty much, well, say full-time, part-time. YouTube is my only job, so like I don't have another job outside of doing YouTube. I don't know if we're going to finish this field with the trailers. May just about fit the last in there. Clayton is going to London to help out with the Jubilee. Well, Jubilee celebrations in London sounds fun. Why not? London's one place I really dislike. It's far too crowded, far too noisy. Sends my head spinning. I find Birmingham city centre's bad enough. London's worse. Don't have much milk. I keep forgetting we've got the milk from the cows. We also have got slurry and manure we could sell, which I don't think there's a decent sell point. Right, where am I? There's no sell point for manure at the moment. Have to put one down to sell off all the manure and slurry as well before we move on. I'll probably have to put a sell point down for that. Josh, I can't ask people to do that. It's against Google's or YouTube's terms and conditions. I appreciate those that don't, obviously, because it helps out. FS22, I've currently got 700 and... currently got 749.5 hours on FS22. And that's just on the Steam version. I've probably got over 800 in total for 22 so far. Last little bit, still a bit, yeah. Last little bit canola, and that's all the canola done. We'll get the combine unloaded and get back over to the farm. Ready for the oats. Should be able to get both of those fields done. Man, I like your videos, keep it up. No worries, thank you for that. I'm glad you enjoy them. So that's all the canola done for the last time on No Man's Land. For the live streams anyway. We've got plenty more canola harvesting to do in the time-lapse videos, and we can get back to canola anyway. Couldn't do any for this year. We've put in precision farming on. Don't know if this will all fit in. Mama, thank you very much for the subscription. It does all fit in. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can get a worker to take this over here.
It's okay, I'm coming here now.
Ah, you're coming. Oh. Yeah, you should be able to stop the worker. How much is in that trailer?
35,173 litres.
What's the capacity of that trailer? I was thinking the is it about 38,500?
39, I think, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah. For some reason I was
Maybe
getting,
less.
getting confused with the trailer I got on the time-lapse series. It was 51,000 litres. No, not quite that much. It's the trouble when you've got different maps, different series going on, you often get confused with what you've got on each one. I'll refuel the combine as well before we carry on harvesting. This is just for the live stream. I'm not making a video from this, but Stevie is. If you want to check out the time lapse of the live stream, if you've missed anything, then check out Stevie 4K Gaming. Link in the video description. I may try and make a video on the new map though. I'll try and record the first episode and then see if I can cobble together some sort of video. Just because I know not everyone watches the live streams or can't watch all the live streams. At least then you can get it from both points of view, because obviously like Stevie's sold a lot of stuff off camera that, well, for me, that you've not seen. So that way then you can get to see a bit of everything. Let's just drop that off and see if there's any fuel left in here. How much is left in these? Oh, still quite a bit. Is it becoming boring playing FS? There are times where I've struggled to get motivated to play FS, but generally, because it's always something different, I always give myself different goals for each episode, that I don't get bored too often. But I find it relaxing to play, so...
Do you want me to harvest the oats?
Yeah, if you want. Do something a bit different. So you've got all the straw bales sold and everything, yeah?
I sold one load of what you baled earlier, and the remaining ones are on the trailer there,
Okay.
behind the chicken coop.
Alright.
Because we'll have more now here in a few minutes.
So you've sold planks, furniture, all they're done.
Yeah, I didn't sell eggs now.
Yeah, I'll have a look now. I think the eggs is still a bit rubbish though, so I may hold on to them. Where are we? Yeah, the egg
There's
price is really
also
low.
lettuce. There's also lettuce there as well.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of lettuce in that. Where's lettuce? Lettuce, current price for lettuce is 17. Yeah, it's not too bad, but it's not the best. But what I'll do, I'll take those 2 seed drills down, or sell those. We're going to upgrade these for when we need to get them on the new map. We'll unload the seed. So we'll take the 2 seed drills to sell. That's 2 pieces of equipment we're not going to transfer over. We'll have more than enough money to upgrade them. So we'll get 2 new ones. Probably 2 that will do fertiliser as well at the same time. Saves us a separate job. Hans saying I'll be back in a minute. Got to get myself a cool beer. Nice. The vehicle spotter saying, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are too. Poggers YT, is there any chance you give me a copy of the Cannot Afford? copy of the cannot afford. I don't know what the cannot afford is. I don't have a copy of the game I can give anybody. I think the disc arrows as well is something else we possibly could look at selling. We could get some bigger ones of those as well, because we're not going to need anything like this yet. But we'll get these two sold first, and then we'll jump back on the baler and start getting the straw baled up. If you're on Xbox and you've got Xbox Game Pass, it's currently available on the Game Pass to download and play. I don't know if does that extend to the PC? If you've got the Ultimate Game Pass, is it available on PC as well? Is it just the Xbox console? Anybody know? Next live stream will probably be next Wednesday. So this weekend I'm going to be having a break. I'm going to have a few days off from today, tomorrow, the bank holiday, Friday as well, and then Saturday, Sunday. There may be opportunities to play with me in the future, but not currently now. This is a private live stream, which I think is only set up for 2 people to join. Drop the front loader off. Oh, is that unloading? Accidentally unfolding the crashing into the planter. This is that one. Oh, Stevie's. Should have done this with the first lot. Should have took one of the disc arrows down on the front. Never mind. So we'll get these sold and we'll make a start on baling up the straw. Try and get that done because we've got just under an hour left, so it's just gone 10 o'clock. We've got an hour left of the stream. The vehicle spotter, what are the flaws of FS22 for you? A few things I'm not overly keen on in a way. The production lines, as I've mentioned in previous streams, I like that they're in the game, but I would much prefer they'd have added additional crops and equipment for crops rather than adding in the productions, which would have got added through mods anyway. And as I'm finding now with No Man's Land, it is becoming, unless you auto sell everything, which then you're not making as much money, it is becoming a pallet moving simulator rather than a farm simulator if you've got lots of productions. So I think there's definitely room for improvement on the productions and how they've got it all set up. Still no advanced AI, although they've got the auto drive, auto unload. What is it? keep doing that. I hate it when you've got multiple things connected up. Trying to disconnect when it reconnects to that. I like the fact that you can get workers to drive to different areas of the map, unload if it's set up correctly. But I would have much preferred more intelligent workers in field so they can do headlands, work around obstacles a bit better. A few things I'm not keen on. I think horses are a complete waste of time. To me, they need completely rebalancing because they're just not worth bothering with. So it's kind of pointless having horses in the game. Poplars as well. So doing wood chips, I think again, as with 19, they're just so little value. There's no point doing them. Grapes, olives, I think are severely underbalanced for the game, in that I think they are, again, not worth the investment of time doing for the return you get off them. So I think for me, there's a lot of the game still needs rebalancing. Trying to think what else. And landscaping mode I think could be a bit better. There's a few things I'm not keen on that. Although I do like the changes they've made from 19, but I still think there's room for improvement. Hans saying, got my beer. Biggest flaw for me is in the game is the 4x maps are still not standard. Yeah, I think it would be nice if Giants made it easier to implement large, or different size maps in general through the game engine, so you're not stuck to that standard 2x. We'll get the baler hooked up and then we'll start getting the straw baled up. Now Stevie's got a bit of the field harvested. Yeah, you need a lot of grapes to make it worth even bothering. But if you're paying like the base game prices for planting those grapes, as I said in the last stream, I think you'd probably need to spend £1 million just on planting grapes or olives to have enough to get any sort of decent amount off them. I still think there's room for improvement on the production lines as well. Like how much certain things actually produce per month is not very good. And then some things seem to produce loads compared to other things. Internal storage for production buildings could be better for some things. Especially like the sawmill, when you produce so many pallets, it's got quite a small internal storage, so you have to keep moving pallets. But overall, I think it's a big improvement on 19 and previous versions. But I still think there's a huge room for improvement with this version that they could easily do in an update. Maintenance costs I still think are far too high on vehicles and equipment. The rate at which paint wears down and vehicles need maintenance is still too high, standard game. Cristiano saying, hello man, I am from Brazil, hey to you. Yeah, I think we'll, in the live stream, probably on Calmlands at some point, we'll get some grapes or olives going, but I'll be using the mod where you don't have to pay for them, because otherwise it just wouldn't be worth bothering with. Even if you're not paying to plant the grapes or olives, you'd probably need to still plant a huge amount of them just to cover the cost of buying the harvester. I don't try to play realistically because I don't know enough about real life farming to know how to play like proper realistically. But I'd like to try and do things properly as much as I can. So often I don't use auto load. But I am on for the pallets just because there's far too many pallets, and that was really annoying me. But like bale stacking, apart from the actual proper bale collectors like the Anderson and the Arcusan, I don't try not to use like auto load trailers where you just drive around and the bales magically pop onto the back of a trailer. Same with some things as well. I know there are certain things where you can do multiple jobs at the same time, which is a little bit unrealistic. Try to avoid doing those sorts of things. Well, I'll never say I'll try to play realistically because I wouldn't know what proper realistic gameplay would be. Vehicle spot saying nice stream, but gotta go. No worries, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your week. This is one thing that annoys me as well as the base game balers. Just wish their pickup was just slightly wider. So annoying when you just miss those tiny little bits because those swaths are just slightly too wide for the baler. Like some of these little bits, surely it'd just get dragged in with the rest of it. Saying 37 bales total so far. Plus the few we made before I reset the bale counter. The mod list for Western Wilds is not up just yet, but every mod I'm using is off the in-game mod hub. Apart from the FDR logging stuff, which is off fdrlogging.com. I'll move that one out of the way. Everything apart from the FDR login equipment is off the in-game mod hub for Western Wild so far. TC Agri saying, hey Sim, what's the crack? Don't know. Oh, I'm doing good, hope you are too. Good to see you in the chat again. We're just doing a bit of harvesting and baling straw. If you're on PS5 then you won't be able to get the FDR login stuff, but that's just PC only. But I think pretty much everything else is available on console as well. Just trying to think what mods may not be on console. Don't think there is any currently, apart from a few script mods which are just general, like hood hider and trying to think what other script mods I've got on there. Lumberjack mod you won't get on console. Lumberjack, the hood toggle mod. Trying to think what else. Don't think I've got that many script mods on there at the moment. So there'll be a few mods you won't be able to get on the PS5, but they're just say mostly script mods that not vehicles equipment. I think they're all available on console as well. Oh yeah, the elk mountain modding stuff. Yeah, that's not on Model B either. I've got the open cow pasture, which I forgot about, and the cow shed. Yeah, so the cow barn you won't get, and the open cow pasture, they're not on console or on the mod hub. I think vehicle equipment wise, apart from the forestry stuff, everything else is available on console. Yeah, that's another script mod, the advanced enhanced vehicle control mod, but I'm thinking more equipment for tractors, the trucks and trailers and stuff. So when the mod list there, if you go to the links for the mod list anyway, it'll take you to the mod hub and it'll show whether it's PC, console, Xbox, whatever. So it's difficult to keep track of what's available for console, what's not. As I don't play on console myself. Oh, 43 bales total so far. Yeah, it's a shame they're not on uploaded to the mod hub. Maybe in the future you might get them on there, because I think you did get the little cabin was Out Mountain's first mod on the mod hub, so maybe future stuff you may try and get on mod hub as well. It would be nice to get some more American style animal pens on the mod hub. One thing I never checked. I'm gonna load this bale. Let's see how much canola we actually finished with. What's that one we want? 62,000 litres of canola, that's not too bad. If the FDR stuff and course play was on console, I'll be over the moon, yeah. Unfortunately, neither of those are ever going to be on console. I think FDR login tried to get their stuff on console, but because of how they set up the controls and some of the other stuff, Giants wouldn't accept it. So I think FDR logging kind of got fed up with trying to get stuff on console, so doesn't submit stuff to ModHub in general now, does it all through his own website. Which is a shame, because obviously like that would be great to use on console. The map after this one is more than likely going to be Calmlands, unless another map comes out in between then and when we start. So I don't know what maps have been submitted to Giants, if there's any similar to that in the works, so we'll have to wait and see. But as of now, Calmlands is the most likely destination. And then when we've finished on there, we'll probably look at doing something a bit different. I don't currently have a fan server set up. I do want to try and get one sorted out, but it's just getting the time to do it and then actually have the time to actually get on there. I know the North Modding Company had some good forestry stuff on 19, which I'm sure they'll transfer over. But the Black Sheep Modding's Lever wasn't too bad for forestry on a console. I used that briefly, but the only thing I didn't like was the controls were all backwards to what I was used to. I've never done a complete no mod series. Yeah, it's not something I've ever done with completely no mods. Started off usually with the base game maps with no mods, and then you can soon quickly find yourself adding mods in. Yeah, they're annoying. So it's like every week it's something different. So you add all the words to your band list, but then they come out with different names. So that's the one thing about streaming on YouTube, that I wish they had better tools for dealing with stuff like that. We're coming up 22 minutes past 10. We've got the one field left, which is the slightly smaller field than this one. So we should just get everything finished. Hey?
Do you want to harvest it? And I can do the baling?
Yeah, if you want. Because you haven't done any baling yet, have you?
No.
Just getting spammed by bots at the moment. Oh no, I've left my tractor running. Right. Now I should have stopped the tractor then. So the trouble when I tab out the game, I can't then. Are you going to use your tractor? Or?
I'll take your tractor back with the first load of oats, and I'll swap over to mine then.
Yeah, no worries. Bots making me crash and destroy crop. Captain Kickass say my son loves watching your videos. Give him a hello, Dakota. Hello to you. Welcome to the stream. So last field to harvest for today. So next time we've got 3 fields left to do. I should be ready. The grass field as well, we possibly could. Maybe. We probably wouldn't have time then for the bales to ferment if we did it for silage. We don't currently need any hay, we've got plenty of hay bales. So don't know with the grass yet, we'll decide. Could possibly do that first next time, then skip through to October, November when the crops are ready. Which by that time the bales should be fermented. So could possibly do that next time. Let's get one final cut of grass off that field. 679,000 we're currently up to. As I said, by the time we've sold everything off, we'll probably have well over 1 million. But when we start buying land on the new map, it's not going to go very far. Of course, we need to get 2 new seed drills. We need 2 new disc arrows. But we'll just buy those when we actually come to need them. I forgot to check how many bales we got. It was up to around about 50, I think. But we've still got the ones off this field as well. TC agree, I should have plenty of time to join your streams because my dad had a bit of an accident at work last week. Normally I work with him. He's out for 6 weeks unfortunately. I was sorry to hear that, and wish him a speedy recovery. Captain Kick has saying Frankie is jumping around in confusion now, he doesn't know this is a live stream. No worries. Just get this field finished, get the straw sold. I reckon that'll take us up well over 700,000. areas of land. We only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Trying to work out what the field. So seven areas of land at 85,000 each. That's 595,000. I think that's right. So yeah, nearly 600,000 in land we'll get when we sell that. I'll get some money back for the buildings. Probably more close to 2 million by the time we've sold everything off. Do you still have the 6230R? Is that what you're in, Stevie? The 6230?
Yeah, it is indeed.
Yeah, Stevie's got the John Deere 6230R. So we've still got that. That's what Stevie's using now. We've got the Class, which I was using earlier, and then we've got these. Still got the little Massey 5S, which is worth peanuts. So there's just no point in selling it. Oh, one thing I haven't checked is this. Nothing good again. Yeah, we've still got the little 5S, which is actually seems to be worth more than it was before. But 5S seems to have gained a few thousand in value. I'm pretty sure last time I looked, that 5S was only worth about 2,300. Yeah, so Stevie's got the 6230R and I've got the Axin 920. I'm wondering if that last update has changed value, because I'm pretty sure that 5S is worth only 2.5 grand. Seems to have doubled in value. The combine will keep for now. It would be nice to get more reverse, like the larger header on, but I think that's something that can wait for a bit. I was wondering, where are you from? You sound kind of American. I'm from Worcestershire in the United Kingdom. English born, English bred, thick in the arm, thick in the head. It's the same goes. Originally I'm from Warsaw, not Warsaw in Poland, Warsaw. So from the West Midlands. you're Polish. No worries. The West Midlands is pretty much as it is the Midlands, somewhere near the middle of the country. The London for me is, so distance wise, 100 miles or so. It's not too far away, but it's not like close. You live an hour's drive from Stevie. I have no idea where that is.
Yeah, where is it?
I know where Dublin is. That's about as far as my extent of geographical locations in Ireland go. So I am approximately 117 miles from London. So I knew it was around about 100 miles. It's not a million miles away, but it's still a good couple of hours drive. So yeah, about 120 miles further north. TC Agri is outside Dunmore. You know where that is, Stevie?
Yeah, that's not too far away. Probably less than an hour, I'd say.
Oh, less than an hour. I had no idea. I've never heard of that place. I've only ever been to Ireland once, and I can't even remember where we actually went. Somewhere with national.
Yeah, I've only
park.
ever been to. I was in the UK once as well, and there was all a big blur. We went over to. A friend of mine bought a car, so we went over to Holyhead, and we just drove for hours down to the Midlands somewhere. Picked up the car, and I thought we were driving hours again. I said, "Yeah, we're going to be near the boat going home," and he said, "No, we're even further away from the boat."
Yeah. I'm trying to remember where we actually went. Addy, I love watching you do this in real time. Glad I joined you before you ended it. I'm currently at a restaurant right now and I can't stick on that. No worries. Thanks for stopping by. Hans saying, so people in England are still thinking in miles even though they switched to the metrical system. Yeah, everyone. So speed, distance is all miles still. That never changed. We never adopted kilometres. I think a lot of weights stayed in pounds as well, although officially they did stop that and change it to kilograms. But so many people still carried on using imperial weights. But miles, for distance-wise, we've always used miles. Cars as well have always been miles per hour, not kilometres. We never changed. How do you not burn out to farm sim? It's a great game, but you must play for countless hours to get the content in you do. Yeah, it does get difficult at times to keep motivated. Yeah, I don't know how I do manage to play it so much. But yeah, it can get a struggle keep playing it at times. There are some times where I really just don't want to play it at all. I just can't be doing my farm sim today. That's probably one good thing as well when you're doing YouTube is you're not forced to do it. Kind of my choice if I want to do it. I just started a brand new save. What's good go making money? Depending what map you're on. I think for me, still the best way to make money in farm sim to get go is forestry, because you can literally earn money instantly from cutting trees down and selling them. Everything else you have to wait a bit. Grass, doing silage bales is quite profitable, but you have to wait for the bales to ferment. And like most other things as well, there's that time to wait. Production wise, oops, on for not paying attention again. Yeah, production wise, cloves is quite profitable, but again it takes quite a while to get the wool, then you have to wait, and it doesn't produce a huge amount of pallets per month. So productions are good ways to make money, but they're not fast ways of making money. I still think forestry is the best way to start off with, because you can literally cut a tree down, load it up and then get paid for it straight away. Whereas with most other things, you've got to plant a field, you've got to wait for the crop to grow, you fertilise it. Plus you need a lot more equipment to do all that. But yeah, it obviously depends on what map you've got, what equipment you've got. If you're starting off completely with nothing, and then contract work can be quite profitable. It's like fertilising contracts, but then you obviously need some money to buy fertiliser to put in the fertiliser spreader. I find ploughing, cultivating contracts aren't worth doing. They just don't pay enough for how long it takes. I think ploughing, cultivating contracts are a waste of time. With the maintenance costs being quite high as they are in the game, I think you're far better off borrowing equipment to do any contract work than using your own stuff. because you're just putting lots of hours and wear and tear on your own equipment for a little extra to what you get for borrowing equipment. Well, depending where you start, obviously harvesting contracts can be quite profitable. Baling contracts are usually quite good as well. You usually make quite a bit of money off the baling contracts. So doing grass hay, silage baling contracts. Craig Bowers, hey Sim, I watch your YouTube series and they're awesome. Do you prefer make round bales or square? I don't prefer round bales. I generally always start off with round bales because they're usually cheaper balers to buy. They require far less horsepower as well than a square baler. So when you're starting off, it's a lot easier to afford a round baler. Usually you've got smaller equipment as well, so you've got the horsepower to pull one. So I always tend to start off with round balers. Sometimes I'd switch to square once I've got more money, because obviously it's a lot quicker than to bale up straw and hay because you're not stopping. But I don't mind doing either way. Round bales can be a bit annoying on fields that aren't level because they're rolling off everywhere. But often, yeah, sometimes I'll just stick with round bales rather than changing to square. Because that's what I've started with. And in the past, a baler was a baler. Obviously, there's a little bit more differences now with the bale capacities and different size bales you can do. So obviously, the larger round bales, the 180 round bales, are actually more capacity than the square bales. So I think a 180 straw bale is what 11,000 litres straw. I think the largest square bale is only 9,000 litres straw. So obviously you can get more material in less bales with round. So that's an advantage. I'll go and grab the trailer and get that unloaded. So we've got 15 minutes left. So we can start collecting up the last of the straw bales as well, get those sold. Take this back over with us. No, I won't be going back to the old stream farm. That's done for me now. Nick Jack saying my dad is farming. He starts work 4:30 and finishes at 5. Long day. A few bells on that field as well. Trying to get that one. Gamer Gaming saying hello everybody, how are you today? I'm very well, thank you. Nice video game, thank you, and hope you're doing well. Han saying the moment you can afford a square bale, you can also afford a bale collector. So higher volume bales doesn't really matter much, does it? Yeah, the trouble is with the square bale collectors is they only carry 14 bales, where this one carries 24. So it's more of another nod towards doing round bales. So you can carry 10 more bales on it. I may get a square baler on No Man's Land for doing the straw. We'll keep the round baler for doing silage bales, so we can do the bale and wrap in one go. So then I can keep the square baler at the arable farm for when we're doing straw. Possibly use it for doing hay as well. If somebody comes out with like a big Heston baler that's got proper big square bales on, higher capacity. No, I don't do any farming in real life. I've got no real life farming experience at all. That looks like the last straw bale. Let's check where the best price is currently for straw. I'll never find anything. So best price is the main farm shop. So we're going to get these sold and then we'll start wrapping up. So we've got 10 minutes left. Don't know if we check on the animals. I think the chickens could do with topping up feed. Still nothing good in there. Maybe next time. This is the last harvest on No Man's Land. Well, the start of the last harvest, because we're going to be moving on to a new map once we've finished harvesting all the fields on No Man's Land. So we've currently got 3 fields left to harvest. We've got sugar beets, sunflowers and corn, which we'll do next time. And then we'll sell off the rest of the crops we've got. Anything else, buildings, we'll sell off all the buildings. Animals will transfer over, and all the equipment we've currently got left. That's all going to be transferred over to the new map. I'd love to have a go in a tractor and do a bit of field work. But it's probably not something I'll ever get a chance to do. Jack, I make chocolate on No Man's Land time-lapse series. The dairy is currently set to make chocolate. Only reason was because I auto set the sugar factory to distribute, forgetting that it would send it everywhere that took sugar. So initially I think I was only going to send it to the bakery for cakes, and I forgot that it went to the dairy as well, so I had to switch it to chocolate so it would get used up. Because unfortunately once you get production into a building like that, you can't get it out unless you use it. So that's one of the things with the productions. I wish there was more control over where you send things, or you could disable a building from accepting certain products. So if you just want your dairy to produce cheese, you could disable it from accepting sugar. That way then, if you've got your sugar factory set to distribute, it doesn't send it to a building you don't want to use it at. So I would like to see that as an option with productions, where you could disable certain products being sent there. Same with like the bakery. if you just want to do bread, but you then want to do cereals or whatever take sugar, you can disable the bakery from accepting any other products like strawberries, milk, sugar, or whatever else it takes, eggs. Are you asking how do you make chocolate? I read your thing wrong. Yeah, to make chocolate you need sugar and milk, but you need the dairy. So it's produced in the productions in the dairy, which is that one. So you need this a dairy, or there's the American style one. So either one of those, and then you need to add milk and sugar to produce chocolate. There may be a modded building which you can use as well. Sheep are pretty fine. Cows, fine for now. So I think we're pretty much done. I'll try and get this header in there. I'll give it a wash off first. Technically we've finished with this grain header, so I think we'll keep the combine and this grain header for a bit. We'll look at replacing that in the future. It's not a bad size, so it'll do for the new map. TCX saying we're starting our second cut next Monday in real life, can't wait, nice. When I went to Ireland I was driving across from Dublin. I can't remember where we was actually going. I need to look up where it was we actually went, but it was a good few hours drive from Dublin we had to drive to. That was in silage season, so it was driving past all the tractors carting from the fields back to the farm. Plenty of Clash Jaguars about in fields. Tractor wash off as well we're here. The new farm, well the new map more than likely will be Calmlands. Yeah, Calmlands. Unless another map comes out between now and when we start on it. So next stream, which should be next Wednesday, will possibly be the last one on No Man's Land. Maybe one more after that, depending if we can get everything done next week. But I don't want to rush, so if it takes one more stream after that, then it takes one more. Oh, stop going the wrong way. Almost there. I don't know what they're doing around here. I haven't seen much farming going on. I live opposite a farm, but the field I live opposite, they haven't touched for the last couple of years. The first 2 years we lived here, it had sheep in it. They took those out nearly 2 years ago. Probably coming up next spring would be 2 years. It's been empty again. Most of the other fields I can't see from where I live, so I have to go. So I don't see much farming from the house. I have to go walking around to see much done, so I don't know what's going on at the moment. But yeah, we'll call that quits for tonight. So big thank you to Stevie for coming on to help out.
No problem. Glad to help.
Always good to have you on here again. If you want to see the time-lapse version of this live stream and the past ones, then go and check out Stevie's channel, Stevie 4K Gaming. I will see if Cloudbot's working, but there is a link to Stevie's channel in the video description down below. So please be sure to go and check out his channel and give him a sub as well. And a big thank you to everyone that's watched this evening. If you have enjoyed it, then please don't forget to smash that like button. I really do appreciate it. Hope everyone has a great week as well for the rest of this week, and we'll be back next Wednesday. We should be back for possibly the last episode on No Man's Land for the live stream at least. I say maybe then possibly one more after that, or like maybe a crossover where we finish off here and then start on the new map in the same stream. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, again, big thank you to everyone that's watched, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.